Hi everyone, and for this extra check-in for week 22 of my no-buy year, I was going to do a little bit of kind of open journaling here, video journaling, on what I learned from the process of decluttering, trying on my whole wardrobe, and kind of reorganizing all of my clothes. So these closet declutters, depending on the size of your closet, are a massive undertaking to move all your stuff around and, in my case, try it all on and then put it all back. And I filmed the video of things that I actually decluttered, and I, spoiler alert, only declutter about 41 pieces, and I believe, according to my wardrobe apps, I still have about 250 pieces. In fact, I'm going to check right now. Yeah, so in Smart Closet I have a 276 piece count for my wardrobe, but that does include things like winter scarves and hats that I didn't have, and it includes activewear, purses, shoes, all of it. So 41 out of, I guess, what would have been over 300 pieces, if you add that to the 276 that it shows that I still have in Smart Closet, is not a massive amount. It's not the most ruthless declutter that there ever was, but if you've seen my decluttering is a problem video, I want to declutter really responsibly, make sure everything gets a new home, and also not fall into the trap of getting rid of too much and feeling like I have too little and buying more as a result after my no-buy year is over. So decluttering carefully, responsibly. Now, the things that this wardrobe experience taught me, I felt the weight of all of the clothing I own, literally, right? I took so many trips to carry all of my pieces out of my closet and pile them up here. Admittedly, it looks better when you folded everything and stacked it. It doesn't look quite like a bomb exploded in your room, but it's still a lot of stuff. And after I tried on all of my tops, dresses, pants, everything you saw in the previous video, I felt strongly, I felt it to my core that I had way too many clothing pieces for one person. And how did it get like this? I mean, I kind of know how it got like this, and over the years that I purchased most of those pieces, I was spending a lot of time on the internet, on social media, comparing myself to other people, seeing the aspirational lives that other people lead, and kind of wanting a piece of the pie, seeing all the cool it girls in their it brands, you know, Reformation, Cezanne, Jerv Avenue, and just buying into it. I drank the Kool-Aid. I drank a lot of the Kool-Aid, and I've stopped drinking the Kool-Aid this year by doing a no-buy. It's taken the Kool-Aid off of the table. Actually, the Kool-Aid's still on the table, I just can't drink it anymore. And I guess you could say I removed the Kool-Aid from the table by taking myself off of Instagram and TikTok for the most part. I know I said I was going to still use it for music, but I actually haven't even posted on there for any of my music stuff either. I guess I've taken kind of more of a hardcore break, which has been really good for my mental desires as far as things to want, things to buy. I haven't been encountering many things. I got rid of my wish list and then also discovered that I didn't want to add anything to my wish list when I wasn't consuming the media. After decluttering, I do have some empty hangers that you'll probably have seen in the thumbnail. And while this is largely due to the fact that I have a walk-in wardrobe that I share with my husband and I have ample space for too many things, it is nice to have more space in my space, if that makes sense. Easier access to the things that I do love and wear. The decluttering process is not over. I am not going to do a summer capsule wardrobe for these reasons. I want to be able to see what out of the clothes that I have that I would naturally choose to wear. I don't have the information I need yet to design a thoughtful capsule, is what I learned from both this experience and my spring capsule wardrobe. So I learned from the spring capsule that I need to include both homeware and workwear, and maybe activewear, all in my one capsule. Otherwise I'm going to be pulling from other pieces and they're going to end up in my wardrobe, and then I'm going to be mixing and matching, and it's just going to get chaotic as far as having more pieces than I wanted to have. I need to not buy anything new, which so far so good. Since I slipped up in April, I haven't slipped up anymore. And I need to know a little bit more about my personal style as well, to be honest, before I can really design a thoughtful and successful capsule. So the plan for summer is to keep all of my clothes out except for the stuff that's only appropriate for deep winter. So I put my sweaters in the fabric storage bag. You would have seen it if you watched the video from Monday. And except for that, everything is out, everything's visible, everything's accessible. And I suspect that this will show me which pieces I reach for gladly and repeatedly, and which pieces I reach for because I feel like I should wear them, and then which pieces I don't reach for at all. And I am going to use that information to then maybe do some more decluttering, or more, if I'm not ready to completely let go of a piece, I'll put it in the maybe zone where I have to prove its value by actually reaching for it and wearing it. Or, it's kind of like a holding cell while I get ready to mentally let go of it. It's kind of out of my wardrobe so that I can live life without it, so to speak. And I know this is all kind of deep talk for just something as frivolous and silly as clothes, but I guess it kind of goes deeper because buying clothes was my vice for dealing with the weight of the world in a way. And I've had thoughts about how this is ridiculous as well, because the weight of the world, part of that is the waste that's created by fashion and fast fashion and labor practices and environmental destruction, and these are things that contribute to my worries in the world and the health of humanity. And by shopping for anything, not just clothes, I am consuming the resources and feeding the practices that result in the things that I'm worried about. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword of like, there's no, I can feel a little bit better by buying something in the moment and then feel worse knowing that I am part of the problem. So I'm removing myself from being part of the problem as far as buying things. I saw an interesting video recently about how overconsumption is a problem, but the problem is not on the consumer, it's on the producer, because things are being overproduced, and then therefore consuming has to be a consequence of the production in order for the production not to be a waste. So ads get marketed, influencers get sponsored, and PR and all this stuff to sell the products that are being overcreated. It'll probably be on the playlist of videos that inspire me this year. It just is the nature of when I see a video that makes me think, I'll put it on that playlist. I'll link that up here so that you can see those videos that give me thoughts as well. And you'll know if you've seen my talk about decluttering that I don't feel comfortable sharing the content of others on my channel because I feel like it puts up their material for judgment and that takes it out of context. But there are many other creators that do this in a really provocative way, a way that provokes thought, not scandalous or anything. But I saw another video about PR and influencing. It's also added to my list. I might save this for later because I want to talk about influencing and the ethics of influencing as well. And I'm still consuming information, especially on platforms like YouTube where it's personal. It feels more personal because people are sharing their own thoughts and their own takes on things. Anyway, so I guess the bottom line is I'm not doing a summer capsule wardrobe because I need to gather more information. I need to determine which clothes I genuinely love wearing and feel reflect my style without having to do any mental gymnastics of feeling like I should wear it. I have it, I should wear it. This is my fantasy style. I want to be the kind of person that wears this, get rid of all the pieces that make me feel like that in a conscious way, of course. And as I slowly pare down, I'll deal with the 41 items that I decluttered from this and earlier in the year and responsibly rehome those. And I guess I'll kind of keep a running decluttering bin in my house, slowly but surely discover my true style and pare down to a number of clothing that I feel is reasonable for one person to own and that I feel comfortable with. And another aspect of that, I guess, is I do want to be the kind of person with more of a style signature and who re-wears their clothing more often. So I want each thing that I own to get more and more wears over the course of a year. And, if you wear something once a week in a whole year, that's 52 wears. If you wear something once every 2 weeks, it's already halving that number. It's already cutting that number in half. So instead of 52, you've got 26 wears. But wearing something 26 times doesn't sound like a lot at all to me in the course of a year. And that's wearing something once every 2 weeks. So in other words, if you have 2 weeks worth of clothes that you would cycle through, 14 days of a unique outfit, that could be wearing something 26 times in a year. And oftentimes with seasonal pieces, it's probably going to be less than that because you're not going to wear it once every 2 weeks all throughout the whole year. It's just going to be during cooler seasons or hotter seasons and whenever the item is the most appropriate fit, obviously. And then, of course, there will be pieces you wear more, like your outerwear, possibly purses, possibly shoes, but you know me, you've seen my shoe collection at least. Basically what I'm saying is I want to wear my clothes more often, I want to develop a signature style, and I want to feel a sense of freedom. I have noticed when getting dressed in the summer seasons that I feel like I have so many options that I don't always know what to wear. And I cycle through more than one outfit when I'm getting ready. And to me, this is a sign that I have more clothes than I need. I don't think it's a bad thing per se, and it is possible that I'll go through this process over the summer and not declutter anything and just learn to be happy with the abundance and learn to navigate having more options than I need more effectively. But I don't know. We're gonna wait and see. My thoughts towards consuming clothing have changed as well, and I want to foster the attitude for the next generation of truly valuing quality over quantity. And while I made the switch from low quality to high quality, I did not make the switch to low quantity at the same time. I was still over purchasing and exploring my style through high quality and accumulating way too much. And now I'm having to do the work of passing these things on responsibly, which has felt like work, to be honest. Reselling for some people is a job, and I'm just trying to do it to avoid my things being wasted, when I could have just not purchased them in the first place, or purchased more consciously and ended up with less. My wardrobe could have not been so much of a revolving door. If you watch the video of things that I'm decluttering, I think it's going to be out next Monday, you'll see that a lot of the things that I purchased and then decluttered were from Mercury or other thrift resale sites, Poshmark, because I have been participating in this revolving door system of my wardrobe for a long time, where I will purchase something secondhand and then I'll relist it secondhand when I discover for whatever reason it doesn't work for me. And then, things that I purchase new end up being sold secondhand as well. And a lot of pieces that I was influenced to purchase from trends, from specific YouTubers, fashion influencers, and whatnot. So my ultimate dream is to have a very curated closet, maybe not in terms of cutting down the number so drastically, but curated as far as feeling like it's the right amount of stuff for me, and not feeling the need to bring in anything new. Also not feeling overwhelmed by the decisions I have to make when getting dressed. Again, what a first world problem to be having. I'm so grateful to not have to be worrying about the decisions I have to make at the grocery store to feed my family because things are so tight that I have to make sacrifices in that area. Or I'm so grateful that I don't have to decide between what treatments to get for some disease that I've, been diagnosed with. Knock on wood, that's not going to happen for at least a few more decades. But I recognize how privileged I am to have such a wonderful closet and to be in the position to have accumulated all those things, to be free to purchase both in resources, in time, and health, and status, or whatever it is, location. I have so many good things in my life, and I want to appreciate everything that I have, my closet and beyond. I think I'm going to end there. This is kind of a rambling, like I said, live video journal entry on the things that I learned from decluttering and reorganizing my closet. If you've done a decluttering process of your closet or other areas of your house, please drop a comment and share. Did you experience anything new from it? Did you learn anything? Do you have any thoughts? I'm so curious to hear. I have more decluttering to do. I've got my makeup collection coming at sometime over the summer. I've got my flat surfaces. Maybe I'll do the kitchen. I am also working on accumulating a collection of everything I was influenced to buy so I can share that with you. I think it's going to be a little embarrassing, to be honest. So I'm kind of dreading piling all of that stuff up. It encapsulates categories such as homeware, kitchen, clothing, makeup, books, beyond. I've been influenced so much in the past few years. And I know I'm not the only one. And obviously the point of this is to change my habits and to show kind of where I came from to where I'm going. Where I've been and where I am now, where I hope to be in the future. Anyway, I do really need to go now, but thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now. Maybe I should have journaled on paper before recording this video, but I thought I would do it a little differently this week. I don't know if it was a good choice. But anyway,